Hi learners, welcome to my YouTube channel. Thanks for joining me for another math session. So this is the third part of this chapter, that is ratio and proportion. So we have already done one exercise of this one, and let us go for the remaining part, the remaining exercise. So let's start with it. So now before we start with the exercise, you should know what is proportion. We have, the ratio we have already done in the previous one in the video, and this now we are going to see here, that is what is proportion. So now look at here, we can just write, somebody ask you for the definition, so you should know what is proportion first, and later on I'll give you the example. So when it says when two ratios are equal, they are said to be proportions. So I will give you this example later on. Just say when two ratios are equal, they are said to be in proportion. And for this one, we use this. Can you see this four dots over here? So this symbol is used to express the equality of two ratios. Now see here, if this is given, if A is to B is equal to C is to D. So now the numbers A, B, C, D are in proportion. How can we say? So we also can write this is equal to as these four dots. Okay. So now we read it as, how we read it as, A is to B is as C is to, we can also say as C is to D. Or we can say A is to B is equal to C is to D. Anyways, you can read it. Now let us see the other point what we have to say here, that two ratios when they are said in proportion, if you have to learn this one, okay? So product of extreme is equal to product of means. So what do you mean if we take this one? Now there will be some numbers over here in place of ABCD. So you should know what is extremes and what is means first. So I have drawn this one. Now see here, which are at the corners of this one. So this A and D, they are called the extremes. And what is in the middle? They are called the means. So you have to write this in your notes, okay? So the edges, they are called the extremes, and what is in the middle, they are called the means. So we have to multiply. So that is going to be what? A into this one, because the product is this side, right? A into D is equal to B into C. That will be AD is equal to BC. In place of this, there will be some numbers. That's it. So now we will see the exercise. Now they said here, which of the following are in proportion? Now these four numbers are given. So now we know that is A S to B is C S to D. Now this first will take here. This is A, B, C, D. So now what I have done here, we want to see they are in which are in proportion, right? So first I took these two numbers. So this we are going to write the ratio of this 21 is to 35. So this I can divide this one. So 21 is to 35. So when we divide it, so what happens here? 21. So 21 is divisible by 7. So 7 threes are 21 and 7 fives are. So now look at here, 21 and this 35. So if I divide it by 7, the both numbers should be same when you are dividing. So it is going to be 3 by 5. And 3 by 5 is nothing but 3 is to or is to 5. Okay, both is the same. Now here, when we say 24 is to 40, so we will divide it. So here, what are we going to divide it? I did it by 8. So what is this going to be? 8 threes are 24, and here 8 fives are 40. You can also do it by doing it by 2 if you don't know the bigger numbers. But there will be a long step. So this is going to be 12 by 20. Again, this you have to divide by 2 and so on. So here what we get here, 3 divided by 5, and which is also 3 is to 5. So what you can see here, this also is 3 is to 5 and this also is 3 is to 5. So what we can say that this is 20, means this one, this number. So we'll write this one as 21 is to 35 is equal to, when we take these two numbers, 24 is to 40. So we can say the numbers are in proportion because both are same. Hope you got this one. So now also we can do here the other method for this one. That was the one method. The other method we have seen, that is the same example we can take. That is the product of means and product of extremes. So we know which are extremes over here, 21 and 40, and means are 35 and 24. So can you see your means are 35 and 24? So you will multiply this, you get 840. And extremes are 21 and 40. So you get 840, means both are same. So what you can say, product of means is equal to product of extremes. So we can say these numbers 21, 35, 24 and 40 are in proportion. You can do it by any ways, okay? Now we will go for the next problem. Again, here I use the product of means and product of extremes. You can go by the first method also. So now which are the extremes are this into this? So these are the extremes, or here I did first means. Anyways, you can do. These are the means, 7 into 40, that is 280. And extremes are this one, 5 into 64, that is 320. So what you can see, this is 280 and this is 320. So product of means, when we write like this, means it says that it is not equal to product of means. So we can say 5, 7, 40 and 64 are not in proportion. Hope you got this one. Now again here, which one are you going to see? Means this into this when you multiply 4590. When you multiply this into this, that is called the extremes. 4590 means both are equal. So hope you know this one. This is easy. You have to say, but you have to write this. Product of means is equal to product of extreme, and then you have to write this one also. Okay, not just skip up to this one and say it is yes or no. Now again the same over here. This is extremes. And these are the means. So only use the formula, I think. But here what you can see now, 378 when you're doing product of means, and this is 454. So these are not equal. So this is not equal to, so they are not in proportion. So now look at here, find the value of x in each of the following proportions. So what you can see now, can you see? This is A, B, C and D. We don't know the value of this one, x is over here. So what are you going to do this? When you write is the 2 is to 3, so we can divide it. You have seen in the previous problem, so we divide it. So in this one says that you can also write is equal to sign over here. And when we are doing this one, means it says that you can write x by 6 over here. So now what are you going to do? You are going to cross multiply. For this one, the easy way is to cross multiply. So what happened? This 6 goes over here and this goes over here. So 2 into 6. So I wrote here 2 into 6. This will go here, means on the right hand side, that is 3 into x. So now what will you write? 2 into 6 will be as it is over here. And this 3 will, this is in the numerator. When you change the place, it will go in the denominator because e is equal to is the separator over here, right? So now this x will be on one side, that is on the same side, that is the right hand side. So now you will simplify this one. 3 ones are and 3 twos are. So what remains here is 2 twos are 4. So x is 4. Only the thing is you should know the formula. What is to be done? So here it is very easy that you have to divide it and then cross multiply. That's it. Same over here. See here, this part. You will write x by 5. This is equal to, this is 4 by 2. So now what will you do? Again, you will cross multiply. So x into 2, that is going to be here. 5 into 4, it will be here. So just you want a value of x. So what did I do? This is your left hand side and this is your right hand side. This also we have seen in the previous videos. You can check. So don't skip any videos, okay? Now look at here. This x will be as it is. And 5 by 4, the right hand side is same here. And this 2 is in the numerator. So when it is going here, this gets divided. So what will happen here? 2 ones are, 2 twos are 4. And 5 twos are 10. Or if you don't know this, to do simplify this, what you will write here? 5 into 4 is 20. 20 by 2, that is going to be 10. Hope you got this one. The next one again here. 4 divided by 5. This is equal to, this you will write 4 by x. When you go here, so this is going to be 4 multiplied by x is 5 multiplied by 4. So x you will keep as it is. 5 by 4 here as it is. This will go on the other side, means this is going to get divided. So here 4 and 4 gets cancelled. That will be 1. 5 ones are 5. So x is 5. Again here the same. 1 by 2. This is equal to 3 by x. This is x, 1 into x. 2 into 3. X is 2 by 3. And this 1, it remains the number itself, right? So 3 twos are 6. When anything divided by 1, it's the number itself. So now what did they say in the next question says that determine whether the following ratios form a proportion or not. And then they said if they form a proportion, write the middle terms and the extreme terms. Now you know which are the middle terms and which are the extreme terms. Now first look at here. These are the two given. And these two are given. So what will you do? First thing we'll think about this one. So because now see here, when you're thinking about this, the units are given. So here also is kilogram, here also is kilogram. So here can you see identified kilogram? I divided it. This when we do, we can divide it, but I didn't write a kilogram because both the units are same. So when we have this one, we can also, here we have two numbers, right? After this decimal. So here we have two, but here you can see we have only one number. So we can put 0. That doesn't change the value. So here I put 0. Why? That was for the easy calculation. Now, when we put this 0, you can see here also after two numbers is a decimal. Here after two numbers is a decimal. So we can remove the decimal. So what we can do, we can just write the number. When there are equal number of this one numbers after this decimal, so we can remove the decimal. So now what remains is the number. So it is 50 by 45. Now what we are going to do, this 50 by 45, we are going to simplify it. So this I divided it by 5. So what did you get? 50 divided by 5 is 10 and 45 divided by 5 is 9. So now this is 10 by 9. Okay, now let us see for this one. Again, what we can see, the units are same. So we can cut down the units and just think about the number. So 110 divided by 99. 110 divided by 99. So we can simplify this. So we can add this divided by 11. So here when we are dividing by 11, so this also will be divided by 11. And here 10 11s is this 110. And this will be 9 over here. Okay, when you divide this. So now what you can see, these both are same. Isn't it? So we can say, therefore, 0.5 kg, whatever is in the question, the same thing. This all are in proportion. And then they asked us, what did they ask here? If they form a proportion, then now we know that is a proportion. So we have to write the middle terms and the extreme terms. So middle terms and the extreme terms, now these whatever are there, these are the extreme and these are the middle ones. Correct? So middle term is what? 0.45 and this is rupees 10. And extreme terms are what? 0.5 and this is 99 along with the unit is important. Hope you got this one. Now next one says that 6 liters and 24 liters. So this part is 6 by 24. So 6 by 24, now both the units are same. So we are not going to think about the units, so just write the number. So when you simplify this 6 by 1, this one, 6 ones are 6 fours, that is going to be 1 by 4. Now look at here. Again, the units are same. We can just write the number. This is 18 and 72. So 18 divided by 72. So here again, if you know the table, 18 ones are 18, 18 fours are 72. So this is 1 by 4. If you don't know the 18 times table, so what are you going to do? You are going to keep on dividing by 2. So this is going to be 9 and this is going to be 36. Now, again, what you can do, you can divide it by 3 or you can do 9 ones and 9 fours. So that is 1 by 4. So now you can see both numbers are same. So what we can write? These are in proportion. Again, they have asked for the middle and the extreme term. Middle are this and the extreme are this one. So middle terms, same thing, whatever is written, we'll write it over here. Hope you got this one. Next here, what we have to do, now when we are seeing at this problem, so what we can see, we have to divide this, but before that what we can see, this is centimeter and this is millimeter. So these units are different. So we have to make it to either centimeter or millimeter. So what did I do here? Because this centimeter is bigger than the millimeter, so I considered this part. And I want to make this to millimeter. So what did I take here? 1 centimeter is 10 millimeter, that you know. So now we want for 2 centimeters. So 2 centimeters is going to be how much? When you multiply that, that is going to be 20 millimeter. So now what you can see, this is now 20 millimeter and this is 34 millimeter. So now both we got same unit. So what are we going to do? Just 20 and 34 we are going to divide it. Hope you got this step. So Now what will you do here? You will simplify this one. So this I divided by 2. So what did I get here? 10 divided by 17. So further I cannot do anything because this is a prime number. So this will be as it is. Now let us think for this one. Again here what we can see, this is gram and this is kilogram and gram. So what we can do over here, that is here, see here, this is gram and this is middle gram and this kilogram and this is gram. So we can convert this first kilogram to gram first, so it will be easier. So now look at here. So now what you know, 1 kilogram is 1000 gram. So yeah, we want 2 kilogram. 2 kilogram is how much? 2000 gram. So, but again, what I can do, we want here 2 kilogram and 40 gram. So this together, what is the answer? So it becomes easier because this is a single number. So 2 kilogram means what did we get? We got here 2000, isn't it? This one, 2 kilogram and 40 gram we want. So this 2 kilogram we got as 2000 and this you have to add 40 to it. So what is the total for this one is 2040 gram. So here is actually now 2040 gram. Now can you see both units are same? So what will you take here? 1200 and 2040. So now can you see here? 1200 and 2040. So now here what are you going to do this? First thing is, what did I do? Again I made it smaller. This and 0 and this 0 I cut off. Now remains is 120 divided by 204. So it's, can you see here? So this I divided by 12. So this came out to be 10 by 17. So again, what I do, if you don't know the table of 12, again you can do by the same one, first divide by 2 and so on, but it will be a long step. So now what we can see, these both are same. So what we can say, they are in proportion. Hope you got it. The same thing, the middle term, you know, you can just refer the problem. Okay, so just to we can take some extra problems if we save time in doing the similar ones. Okay, now so this is done. Okay, just look at the previous problem. It's easy once you know the same ones. Now again this also same. Now look at here, milliliter and liter. So we will make it to, first we can make it to here, this is milliliter. Let us make this to also milliliter. So 1 liter is 1000 milliliter and this 2 liter is going to be 2000 milliliter. So here is 250 and this 2 liter is going to be 2000 milliliter. So when you cancel this 1 0, so 25 ones are 25 eights are. Again, if you don't know, you can just divide by 5 and see. Okay, if you don't know directly to do it. See, always that reminded me that always learn the table of 20 and 25 because in many places you will get this one and it will be easy for the calculation. And you know 21, if you know 2 times table, you know how to do. And this also is very easy, 20. So you should always learn 20 and 25 table. Now, so this is 1 by 8. Now look at this one. This is for minutes and this is hours. So now what will we do? I will convert this to hours to minutes. So now you know 1 hour is 60 minutes. So this 2 hours is going to be 120 minutes. So now this, see here, this you got as 120 minutes now. So now this is 48 minutes and 120. So 48 divided by 120. Got it? Okay. So now what I did, I divided by 24. You can go for that 2. That will be more better. 24 definitely I don't expect from you all. But I did it by 24. Okay. So here you can go this, when you divide it by 24, that is 2 by 5. So what we can see, this is 1 by 8 and this is 2 by 5. So definitely they are not in proportion. Correct? So not in proportion means we don't have to find out what is the product of means and what is the product of the extremes. Now the next problem says that if the first, second and fourth terms of a proportion are 6, 36 and 84 respectively, then find the third term. So now see here, when they write here, we want the third term. So this is first, second, we don't know the third, and this is fourth. Hope you got this one. So we don't know the third term, right? They have asked for the third term. Now first term, that is 6, second term is 36 and fourth term is 84. And we don't know what is the third term. Okay. So now let us consider the third term as x. If this is clear, other things are very easy. So hope you got this one. So what will we write this? This 6 will write here. This is the is to sign, 36. In place of this one, in place of is equal to, you can also put these 4 dots. Third term, we consider this x, so you will put here 1, 2, 3. And this is a fourth term, this is 84. Okay, now look at here, this 6 is to 36. So now what are you going to do here? This you are going to divide it. This means is equal to. Again, this you are going to divide it. So now what are you going to do? You will cross multiply. So cross multiply means either you take, in this cross, you can take any ways. Like I took x over here. So first thing I have multiplied this into this. So no problem. You can also do that. Or you can take this first also. Like you can also do 6 into 84 first. And here you can take here 36 into x. Both ways is same. Okay, so don't be confused over here. So I took here 6 into this, so 36 into x over here first. And then I took this one 6 into 84. So I want the value of x. So I'll keep x on this one because this is your left hand side and this is your right hand side. Okay, so here what are you going to do? You are going to take here left hand side x as it is, right hand side these both values you kept it over here, and this you have taken it to the right hand side. So this is in the numerator, so that will go in the denominator. So again that one I have done this one. LHS and RHS, if something is here plus, it becomes minus, minus becomes plus, multiplication becomes division, and division becomes multiplication. Hope you know this rule. Okay, if not, you can go and check it in the previous video. Now, again here, when I simplify this, again now simplification we have done in many places, so you see how it is simplified, and anyways you can simplify, you can go with 2's and all that, you can, only the steps are going to be more, so you get the final answer as x is 14. So that we can write this, we have to write this one. So therefore third term, what they have asked, what is the third term, not just writing x. So this step is writing, this step is very important. So third term is 14. So now the next what we are going to see is the unitary method. So what do you mean by unitary method? That you should know first. Unitary method means you have to solve problems related to proportion and this one ratio. So in that one, what you are going to do, the method of finding the value of one unit and then finding the value of the required number of units is called the unitary method. First thing, just look at the definition. And then when we do the example, that is going to be very clear, because just when you read this one, definitely many of them won't understand what is that. What is your 1 unit, and the value of the required number of units is called the unitary method. Now see, let us see, I'll show you what it is. Now see here, the example has been given over here, that if 6 books cost, see here, 6 books are costing 54 rupees, and what is the cost of 8 books? So in this one, what are we going to do? They said, first you have to find the value of 1 unit. Okay, now here, what did they say? 6 books is, now look at it, 6 books is 54. So 6 book is 54. Directly, we are not going to jump over to 8 books. First, we'll see what is the cost of 1 book. So now what will you do? Cost of 6 books is 54. So cost of 1 book. So what are you going to do? Now see here, we don't know what is the cost of 1 book. We'll put a question mark over here. So when we are cross multiplying, now look at here, there is no number over here, right? So what will you do? I have also told this one, that these are the two numbers, that 1 into 54, that is going to be 54, that you are going to write in the numerator. Always when you cross two numbers, wherever you have, we have 3, 1, 2, and 3. Fourth one we don't know. So wherever we see in the cross, the two numbers, that we have to put in the numerator, and the single number will go in the denominator. Again and again, I'm repeating that. Okay. So now look at here, 54. And at this cross, the two numbers 1 into 54 means 54. And this 6 is going to go in the denominator. So 6 ones are and 6 nines are. So that is rupees 9. So cost of 1 book is 9 rupees. So now we are going to see what is the cost of 8 books. Now 1 is 9. So what you get, that is very simple. 8 into 9, that is going to be 72. Hope you got it. So that they said, the finding the value of 1 unit and then finding the value of the required number of units. Required, what was required here? The 8 books. Now hope it is clear to you. So we'll see with the exercise here. Now see here, they said the price of 10 balls is 50 and find the price of 15. So again, here we are not going to find out directly 15. First, what will you do? Look at the first sentence. Price of 10 balls, that is 50. So first we'll look at the price of 1 ball. So what will you do? You will cross multiply. We don't know how much is that, is it? So 50 ones are 50 and this 10 will go in the denominator. So what will be the 10 ones are 10 fives are? That will be 5. So now you got one ball is 5. So now we will go for the second sentence. What does this say? 15 such balls. So price of 15 balls, that is 15 into 5, that is 75. So this is called the unitary method. Hope you got this one. So now the second one also says the same. Price of 20 kg of wheat is 600 and find the price of 13 kg of wheat. So now look at here. Now price of 20 kg of wheat is 600. In the first sentence it says, okay. And now we don't have to find out this 13 kg first. Here what will we do? We will find out the price of 1 kg. So again, this we are going to cross multiply. Here we don't know how much is 1 kg. So 1 into this is going to be 600 divided by this 20 will go in the denominator. This and this will get cancelled. 2 ones are 2 30s. That is 30 rupees. And so the price of 13 kg of weight. We want this 13 kg, right? So this is going to be 13 into 30 and which is going to be 390 rupees. So now again here, what did they say? In this one, that if there are 50 trees in 4 acres of land, how many trees are there in 10 acres of land? So now see here, 50 trees in 4 acres. Okay, now look at 50 trees in 4 acres. So rate is given as how much? How many trees are there in this one? So here what will we do? Directly we are not first going to find out for one, because say when we do it for 1, this will be 50 divided by 4. So that will be something in point. Okay, so let us keep the fraction as it is. So rate is 50 by 4. So this let us keep as it is first. So X trees in 10 acres of land. We don't know how many trees are there, right? So what will we'll put here? That trees are, look at the second sentence. How many trees are there in 10 acres of land? So X trees are there in 10 acres of land. So how will you set up the equation? Now look at here. This is 50 trees and 4 acres. And here is X and here is 10. So how will you set up the proportion? Now look at here. This 50 trees by this one, trees and acres over here. And here you are going to put a whenever proportion means you will put your is equal to sign. See here, this is trees means here also should be trees. And what we have done that is X trees. Okay, so that should be up. And acres is here means this also should be acres. And how many acres is that? That is 10 acres. So hope this equation is clear to you. If this equation is clear to you, you can just cross multiply. So now forget about these acres and acres, trees and trees. Just look at the numbers, 50 into 10. So at this cross, I put 50 into 10. And here 4 into x, that is 4x. So 50 into 10 divided by 4, that is x. So what will be here? 50 tens is 500 and this is 4. This is x. So here, when you divide 500 by 4, that you are going to get 125 is x. So what is x we have considered here? That is the trees in 10 acres of land, and that is what they have asked. So now what will you say? There are 125 trees in 10 acres of land. Now again, what did they say in the next problem here? There are 15 pencils in 3 boxes and find the number of pencils in 8 such boxes. So now in 3 boxes, now look at the first one. In 3 boxes, what do we have? We have 15 pencils. So 3 boxes, we have 15 pencils. So first thing we'll do for 1 box. So 1 box is going to be how much? When you cross multiply, that is going to be 15 divided by 3. That will be 5, 3 ones are 3 fives are, that will be 5 pencils. So we want this in 10 boxes. So 10 boxes will be how much? 10 into 5. That is going to be 50 pencils. So there are 50 pencils in 10 boxes. Now again, look at this one. It says that a car consumes 8 liters of petrol in covering a distance of 100 kilometers. How many kilometers will it travel in? 26 liters of petrol. So in 8 liter, it is traveling, it is covering this one, 100 kilometers. So in 800, so in 1 liter will be how much? So again, cross multiply, 1 into 100 will be 100, and this 8 will go in the denominator, that will be 8. So now in this kind, instead of solving this, we can keep in the fraction as it is, because why? We have to see further, right? So here what did they say? How many kilometers will it travel in? 26 liter. So when 1 liter, this is this much one, 100 by 8 kilometer. So 26 liter, how much? So what will you do? You will cross multiply. So what will you do here? 26 multiplied by 100 or 100 by 8 multiplied by 26. And this one goes in the denominator. This one. So it doesn't make any sense that the number is going to be the same. So what are you going to do here? So you can do two ways for this. Either cut it over here, or you are going to just multiply this one. So what is going to be 2600 divided by 8, and when you divide this one, you get 325 kilometers. So what did they ask here? How many kilometers will it travel in? 26 liters. So a car will travel 325 kilometers in 26 liters of petrol. And now we will do one more problem here of the same type. Now look at here. An aeroplane flies 4,000 kilometers in 5 hours. How far does it travel in 8 hours? So now in 5 hours, how much is that? That is 4,000. So I wrote over here. So first thing we'll find out in 1 hour. So when you cross multiply, this means 1 into 4,000 is 4,000, and this goes in the denominator. So when you divide this, you get 800. So now we want in 8 hours. So in 8 hours, what are you going to do? You are going to multiply this. So 8 into 800, and which is 6,400 kilometers. So you have to write this statement that an aeroplane flies 6,400 kilometers in 8 hours. They are the similar ones. So I went a bit fast. Okay, so because now always find out with 1 hour. Okay, because this is a unitary method, not go directly for the 8 hours. So by this, we have not completed this chapter. The next chapter will be in the part of this chapter will be in the next video. So please do like and subscribe to this channel so you get a notification of the other parts of the chapter and many more. Thank you.